Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to start or to simply get questions answered. Life's Journey Counseling Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will all be met. lifesjourneyct.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street here in Jewett City, lifesjourneyct.com.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And then they are stupid, it's funny.
This personal story brought to you by Chris Goodenough.
Hello.
I'll take pictures here in Jewett City.
Well, that would be me. What day is it, Mike? What day is it?
It's outtake day.
Yay.
What's up, Paul?
Nothing.
It's cold.
It is
It's
cold.
freaking
How
cold.
cold is it?
It's freaking cold. It's colder than a.
When I left, it was 9 with the wind.
It's so cold out there. Icebergs are freezing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, even Paul rolled his eyes. That
See,
time. Look at that.
I can give jokes just as bad as Paul can.
Yeah, it's really serious. Right now.
I can give you one.
All right. Oh, boy.
Okay.
You ready for
Is
this
this
one?
part of the Ask Chris Anything?
Let's ask Chris
Let's
anything.
pacify him.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
What did the cupcake say to the icing?
What did the cupcake say to the icing?
I don't know. Is this a Valentine's like you're so sweet thing? I don't know.
Cover me.
For me,
You ready?
Yeah.
I'd be muffin without you.
I get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's not good, but I
No,
get it.
I get it. Yeah.
It's like
I'd
it's like COVID.
Uh,
You get it, but it's not good.
So, you ready for the weekend, gents?
Absolutely.
Well, Sunday.
Sunday. What's Sunday?
Gonna warm up.
Oh yeah. Let's hope. I mean, it's just really cold today. Tomorrow's supposed to be worse.
Yeah, I saw on the map they were estimating somewhere around negative 40 degrees in some places.
Did you hear what's going to be up on Mount Washington?
Who's going to be on it?
No, up on Mount Washington, minus 100 with the wind chill.
Is that the coldest Mount Washington's ever been?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know they've got the record for the coldest.
Yeah, it
temperature.
probably is, but that's cold.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want to be near that.
Yeah, it was weird. I walked Sissy about an hour and a half ago, and it was 29 degrees out. When I went to get coffee just a little while ago, it was 23 degrees out.
Yeah, when I woke up, it was like 30.
We're going backwards,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's look at the forecast just for ha-has here.
cold,
Cold.
windy,
That's it. That's all you need to know. It's
cold
cold.
and windy. That's all you need to know.
What does
See,
it
it's
say?
misleading, too, because you look out the window and the sun's shining.
Oh yeah, but that wind's blowing.
Yeah, until the wind blows, you
Oh,
look
yeah.
and you go, oh, that looks pretty nice. And then the wind blows through, and there goes your lawn furniture. It's like, all right, so it's a little cold.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's a lot of stuff blowing around in the yard,
Mhm.
leaves and sticks, and
Cold snap of 2023. Never forget.
yeah.
Sunny, temperatures falling to 11 by 5 o'clock. Wind chill values negative 10 to 0.
Yeah.
22 to 26 mile an hour winds with gusts as high as 40.
Yeah.
Tonight, mostly clear, low around negative 6. Wind chill tonight, negative 15 to negative 25.
It's not the day you want to turn your furnace down.
No.
No, you got to keep it up. Otherwise, it'll never keep up with the cold
Right.
outside.
Winds tonight still around 44 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny and cold. Really? With a high near 19. You're having a heat wave.
Ooh.
That's like a 20-degree swing right there. We're gonna be outside naked going, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, they were saying from like 2 or 3 days ago, it's going to be an 80-degree swing.
Monday, high near 48.
Sweet.
Yeah. Put the bathing suit on. Put the shorts back on. Head outside.
Oh, God.
Go get a tan.
Yeah.
Dave says, can you imagine that it's cold in February? I mean, we live in New England and have winter every year. Newsflash. It'll be hot and humid in August. Also today, when the sun sets, it'll be dark.
He
Yep.
auditioned for the role of Captain Obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Obvious, our remote weatherman
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
and soothsayer.
Yeah. Well, we got to expect it.
What he was saying, it
February.
wasn't soothing.
But I hear
Yeah.
there's nothing coming for the next week.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No calm weather, no snow, no nothing.
It's going to all slam us in February. It's coming.
Yeah.
July.
We're going to get like 3 feet of snow in the middle of February.
I don't think there's anything predicted at the moment.
Nothing. It's just been the most mild. We've had like maybe a couple of cold snaps.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Well, this is the coldest snap we've had.
right,
This
but
is-
there's only been like a couple of them. Really, there's one
Yeah.
like a month ago.
Yeah.
People out there
There's
playing
nothing.
golf in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The golfers ought to be in pretty good shape when it comes to when it's springtime because they've had all that practice through the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa's parents are in Florida. It's 88.
Yeah, it's 80 in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, my granddaughter is down in Disney World right now. Or
Oh, really?
Disneyland,
Yeah.
Whichever one's
Orlando.
in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty crazy.
Texas got an ice storm.
I know. They've been getting ice the last couple of years.
Yeah, it was like 20 something degrees.
My mom
down
lives
there.
in Texas.
Yeah.
Called her up and laughed at her.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm 90. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Pushing 90. Yeah.
Well,
So it's
and
very,
they,
very
don't know how,
cold.
and they don't know how to drive in that stuff either.
Oh, God, no.
Hell no.
I lived down in Texas
It's
for
too
8
cold to
years.
drive.
They had an inch of snow down there one year, and they closed the state.
Yeah, they can't drive in this
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, you know what? Neither can we. Neither can we. Think about it. They closed the school for the threat of snow. Now, I get it. They want to go ahead and, they want to
Well.
make sure everything's okay and be proactive. And all the towns do it in Connecticut.
Well, it's a safety factor with the buses.
Right.
And it's
But we
vacation
don't know how
snow
to
day.
drive it any more than they do. Right? People in Minnesota and Maine and Buffalo are laughing at us.
Well, they get
Buffalo shouldn't be laughing. They can't drive anyways because the snow's too high.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like shovel, shovel, walk, shovel, shovel, walk.
Oh man, what a pain in the neck that is.
No, but you're right about Texas, though, because they had these ice storms. What was it, last year or the year before?
Mm-hmm.
And there were people just like on the highways who were skidding into each other.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
it's
crazy.
ugly.
Well, they got no equipment down there either. Do they?
No, right. Exactly.
They don't have snow plows and sand just like we do.
Yeah, where I lived down in
They
Texas.
ran out of salt.
I believe
Yeah,
it.
where I lived down in Texas, it was a 30-mile drive to the Coast Guard station. And I mean, just people off the road everywhere you looked.
Oh yeah.
It's like, don't you guys get it?
You don't have to.
I don't have to worry
You don't
about going
have to.
uphill because it's all flat.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's ungodly flat.
Oh, it's ungodly
I
flat.
hated Texas.
Oh yeah. It's
Did you
flat.
really?
Oh, I did. It was,
You can see for miles.
yeah, you can see rain coming at you
miserable.
from 20 miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like that in Arkansas, too.
Yeah.
I lived there for a short spell.
Yeah.
And it was,
Mm.
it's a different world down there. It's a
Mhm.
completely different world.
Yeah.
I remember when I moved to Arkansas, second day I was there, we're moving into our apartment. All of a sudden, at noon, and I'm like, what is going on here? Is it an air raid? No, it's a tornado whistle. What? No, they test it every day at
Yeah.
noon.
They,
Oh.
they blow it at noon, yeah.
I was like scared to death. What do we do? Go to the mall. Hurry up. Get over there. It's a shelter.
And damn it, you were working second shift.
David. I think David's the only person alive out there today.
Hello, David.
It was about 5 to 7 years ago. South Carolina got an inch of snow and the whole state shut down. People were stranded on the highways
Yeah, that's true.
with an inch of snow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's crazy. David, thank you for being alive today and participating in the chat.
Nobody else is up.
No, they're up. They just sit there and
Oh,
They're all wrapped up in their blankets.
see him now. The laptop open up, coffee.
yeah.
That's me from about 3:00 in the morning on.
I'm surprised they didn't cancel school because of the cold weather.
Have they ever?
I
Have
don't
they
know.
ever
I don't think so.
canceled due to cold weather?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
No,
That
they'll wait until after Saturday when the pipes all burst.
okay. All right.
Well, when old little Johnny gets off the bus today, he better be wrapped up.
Yeah.
'Cause it's going to be cold when they get off the bus.
Yeah, when I walked Sissy, I was wrapped up.
Yeah.
Had a sweatshirt on, had a coat
Oh, yeah,
on,
yeah.
earmuffs.
Yeah.
Dave, again, the only person alive today.
He's the last man on earth.
For Ask Chris Anything, you should have had him come out of the hole like a groundhog and make his prediction.
Ah, my prediction is it's going to be cold today. My prediction is I'm not coming out of the damn hole when it's cold today. Can we postpone the Groundhog Day to like Sunday when it's 48? Then I'll tell you, Dave.
Wasn't it supposed to be 6 more weeks of winter?
Yeah.
Today is indicative of
Does that make sense,
Yeah.
though?
Since
Since
it's-
12 weeks from, I mean, they
No.
do this every year.
Since according to the calendar, it's 6 more weeks till
That's
spring.
right. Okay, that's right.
And I told this joke every single year because my daughter was born on Groundhog Day. So when my ex went into labor and she went into the hospital and they said if she wasn't born, well, then there'd be 6 more weeks of pregnancy.
Nobody laughed.
Nobody laughed at all. No. So it's Ask Chris Anything, but then again,
Nobody
Yeah.
around.
nobody around. Well,
Dave
Wow.
asked a question. Thanks, Dave.
thanks, Dave.
Thanks for having my back.
Wow. What the
Well,
hell
no,
is
he
that?
didn't ask you a question.
He
made
did.
he made a statement.
He asked me for my prediction on Groundhog Day.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Wow. This is surprising.
I got one other thing to say about that. Groundhogs sure are good eating.
Have you ever had a groundhog? Eat a groundhog?
No.
No, neither have I.
I've eaten
Well, aren't they
grubs.
just like a prairie dog?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Huh?
Like you get them in your yard, right?
Prairie dogs? We don't
Well,
get prairie
they don't-
dogs
they don't
around
call 'em-
here.
Well, we have.
No. Hello.
Yeah.
Ellen.
What do they call the ones we have around here? I can't. think.
Woodchucks?
Woodchucks.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much
Sissy is
wood
the
can a
mighty woodchuck
would
hunter.
If a woodchuck could, what could?
No, it's how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Woodchuck just as much wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Right
Yeah.
into the
So same thing.
wood burner.
Sure. are good
Victoria,
eating.
the second person alive
Oh,
today.
wow.
Hello,
I
Victoria.
really think the apocalypse
think
has
what-
happened.
I think what's happening is so cold, people are so stiff they can't get up.
We have entered the Victorian era.
Hello.
Yeah.
So you bought oil at how much?
Well, I paid $698 for 150 gallons.
All
So
right. And what is it today? Paul,
I
you said-
paid $3.81 yesterday per gallon because I always look at the gallon price.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's like right now it's like playing Russian roulette.
Yeah. I thought I saw in the news that because of what Saudi Arabia is doing, the price of oil is
gonna
oil is
go up.
dropping.
Oh, I heard it was going up.
Oh,
Melissa told me it was going up. So we better buy. So I did at 407. Next thing you know, it's 26 cents cheaper.
yeah.
you know what that means?
That's the second time that's happened to me this year.
Do you
I'm
know
so
what that means?
pissed off.
Don't listen to Melissa.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
She no.
I have if I waited 2 days between the last 2 times I bought oil, I would have saved $175. But it's like playing Russian roulette right now.
Yep.
It doesn't drop by a penny or two. It's 20, 30 cents.
Yep.
Which is substantial when you're buying a tank full of oil.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing
Oh, yeah.
about that, though. This is New England. This is Connecticut. This is winter.
Yeah.
You're going to get the oil. No matter what it costs, you're going to get the oil.
Yep.
Either that or you're going to put in a wood burning stove in your kitchen.
Yeah. Which you could do.
Cut down all the
A
trees.
lot of
on your
people have
land.
those little stoves with the wood burning inside. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get the oil.
I know, but what I'm saying is that it's frustrating. You know, when the 2 times you buy oil and all of a sudden it drops substantially.
Mhm.
You know, and it's like, and really do. It's like on the roulette table. Place your bet because you say, well, did you suspect it? We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. Well,
It's OPEC.
Which I think they know what the trends are, and I think they're told what the trends are. I just don't think they want to say anything in case something changes.
well, gas went up another nickel.
Actually,
Well, that was because of the tax.
To the tax.
well, it went down 2 cents up here.
Well, then
Newington, it was 309. Rocky Hill, it was 309 last night.
that's cheap.
Yeah, it is cheap.
Yeah.
I paid $3.29
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Daryl says Russian roulette has more severe consequences.
Daryl? Who's Daryl?
Daryl?
Yeah.
You don't remember Daryl?
No, who's Daryl?
It's been a while. Daryl Nadu from The Healthy Computer, School Street, Jewett City.
Just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Hi, Daryl.
Dave, going back into, listening to your wife about oil prices, he goes, never listen to your wife. Follow me for more happy marriage tips.
Dave lives alone with his cat.
oh boy. Dave and I will be on a cruise together.
Yeah.
And serious in
The
August.
Love Boat.
Oh God. All right. Facebook user is here.
Oh, we have a troll. Dun,
Because
dun,
they didn't
dun.
click the link, which is funny. Let's see. I want to find out who Facebook user is.
It's probably Kevin Cunningham.
It might
He
be.
doesn't understand how to use technology like that. It's complicated.
Nope. It's Jennifer Gauthier.
Aha.
By the way, who did a wonderful job with the referendum. Morning, gentlemen. She says, I'll play along today and have a question. If you could master and skill you don't have right now, Chris, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going to go with dancing. Yeah, because the name of that song is the Peppermint Twist. Yeah.
Who did the Peppermint Twist?
Chubby Checker?
No, he did the twist.
He did.
Well, maybe it was Chubby Checker and Drag.
No.
No.
Do you know who it was?
Yeah. But I remember Peppermint Twist.
Yeah. Joey D and the Starlighters.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, that's the first time I've ever heard that name in my life.
Yep. Joey
Yeah.
D and the Starlighters.
Okay.
Well, he would know that because
Yeah.
Follow me for more
DJ.
stupid trivia.
He does music.
yeah. So
Huh?
he would, if he didn't know it, well, we'd have to slap him.
Yeah, when we got a trivia
Yeah.
team, Mike's music guy.
Yeah, he'd be the music guy.
I don't
That's
know.
about it, though.
You know what? I can do name that tune. I can name almost every song in like 2 notes, 1 or 2 notes.
Oh, the new songs? Have you seen the new name?
Well, no, it's in the last 40, 50 years.
I could have probably done it on the old version because I used to follow music all the time, but today's music I am not familiar with at all.
Oh no, today's music, the beat one. I mean, the first 2 notes will be.
Yeah.
I could name that song in 1 note.
Ready, Chris? You go. What is Billie Jean by Michael Jackson?
You're a winner.
Yeah.
No, I am. That's. Do you remember it was a short-lived series? They did Rock and Roll Jeopardy.
No.
No.
It
Never
was
saw
Jeopardy, just Rock and Roll Jeopardy.
Never saw that.
Cleaned up. I would have cleaned up.
Jeopardy is a barroom bet.
What do you mean?
Anytime you watch Jeopardy, look at the person sitting next to you and go, hey, I bet I can give you the answer to the next one. No matter what to choose.
I don't understand.
And when they say, okay, I'll take that bet, you just read whatever's on the screen because in Jeopardy, they give you the answers. You have to come up with the questions.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Good point. It's not easy to get on that show.
They did tryouts at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, didn't
When
a
you-
local girl just get on Jeopardy?
Who?
I don't know.
Some local girl. Yeah, she was
There
on.
has been a couple of local people before.
Yeah.
Wasn't
but
Ken
it's been
Jennings.
a while. Huh?
Wasn't Ken Jennings.
No.
He ain't local.
No,
No.
he's not logo.
I don't know. They had tryouts one time at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, you got to be
First 3 rounds.
Yeah, Kevin Jennings won a couple $1 million. He ended up moving to Bridgeport and renting a duplex.
Did he really? Was
No.
that a joke? Oh, all
That
right.
was a money joke.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
He ended
No.
up hosting, and then he just didn't do so well. They got rid of him.
Yeah, and then they brought in Bialik.
Mayim
No,
Bialik.
they both split it.
They did
Ken
that
Jennings
for a
is
while.
still on? I thought
They
he was
split it.
gone.
She's on for certain things, and he's on for other things.
Then they had one of the producers come on and do it, and he got kicked out because of some scandal.
Yeah, she did celebrity one, and then he comes on for the normal one with the, because I've seen him on there as well. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would go too far.
Well, yeah, it says both. Yeah.
Mm.
Mayim Bialik. Was it Blossom?
Yeah, she's a rocket
Blossom.
scientist.
Yeah, legit.
Literally a rocket
Literally.
scientist.
Yeah.
You know, in The Big Bang Theory, they used to reference her a lot in the first few seasons, thinking it was funny, and then they brought her into the show.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about they were using the 2 guys from Roseanne? The what's her name?
Roseanne?
Sarah. What's her last name? Gilbert.
Yeah.
And then the guy that played her husband on Roseanne. Then on Big Bang, they started dating, but she just turned into like they went out and did their, they had a one night stand. And next thing you know, she goes, "Yeah, I'm good for the next 6 months." And he's like, "Well, I thought we had a thing here." No, who said that? Yeah. And that was the end of it.
Huh.
I don't want a relationship. This is it. Yeah, I'm good for 6 months now. Victoria says it's not the same without Alex.
Well,
That's like saying the bakery's not the same without Aeromovies. We need to move on.
pretty much.
Is she referencing Big Bang Theory?
No,
No, Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
Oh, okay.
But it's not supposed to be the same. I mean, if a host comes on and they make it their own, then you will slowly start to forget, or get over the fact that somebody else was the host of the show.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So what happened? Who was the first? Remember? Who was the first host of the
Alan Ladd?
No.
Who was the first what?
Host of the Tonight Show.
Steve.
Garvey.
Oh, no, Steve Allen came on after. There was a guy there before Steve Allen.
Wasn't it Jack Parr?
Jack Parr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Allen was one of the hosts?
Yeah.
All right, or was he a guest host?
No, he was the host.
Okay, and then Johnny Carson.
Then Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson had a bunch of guest hosts.
Yes. He did.
Joan Rivers was one.
Right.
And then Joan Rivers was pissed off when she didn't get the job,
Right.
when he retired because it went to Jay Leno.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. No, Leno, yeah. And then didn't Leno retire and then they brought in Letterman?
No, they brought in another guy.
Conan?
Letterman was on CBS.
No, he went to CBS. He was on NBC.
I don't think he brought in. I don't think
He was on NBC right after. He was after Carson every single night.
Yeah.
See, Carson used to be. All right, how it used to be? It was Carson was on at 11:30. He used to be until 1. He was on a 90-minute show.
Yeah.
And then it used to be Tom Snyder.
Yeah.
With his late night talk shows, just him and somebody else over a coffee table. And then they dropped it back, and that's when they brought Letterman in the 70s. And I think Letterman lasted about 2 weeks, and then Leno came back.
Yeah.
Gary Shandling was a guest host too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Letterman, and that's when Letterman went to CBS, I believe, because then Letterman was on at 11:30 competing with Leno.
They have these amazing technology machines now called computers where you can
Okay.
look this stuff up.
Letterman looks like Santa Claus now.
Yeah, he
Huh?
does.
He looks like
He
Santa
does.
like an
Claus.
anorexic Santa Claus.
Oh my God.
Him and Jim Carrey are hooking up. Who's got the most scraggly beard?
Yeah. Well, Carrey's kind of a Jim Carrey. You know, which Carrey? Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey, yeah.
He's a kind of wacko.
You think?
Yeah.
He was okay until they let him speak.
And then, well, anyway, the point I was trying to make is that every host, made the show their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ratings were fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Leno
like the
did
Daily
very
Show.
well, huh?
It's like the Daily Show.
Right.
Trevor Noah took over and
Well,
created a whole different atmosphere.
yeah.
Because now who is it? It's Jimmy Fallon.
Challenge me, Fallon.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, that's right. Jimmy Fallon. Yeah.
You were going to say Kimmel, right?
No, I was saying Fallon. I'm saying Fallon wrong.
Okay.
I wasn't saying it correctly.
Daryl says we should send Chris to Jeopardy with the stipulation that he has to ring in on all the questions with an answer.
There you go. I'll just read it right off
That'd
the
be
screen,
funny.
Daryl.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. Minus $1,000.
Yeah.
Minus $2,000.
Just paraphrase it with what is before every answer.
Yeah.
So who is the question? Anybody for Ask Chris Anything?
I may not know the
Friday
answer,
morning.
but I'll be happy to make something up.
It is Ask Chris Anything.
I know.
Friday, as Chris and Paul sit on retiree row.
God, it's Friday.
You love going into your falsetto voice.
Yeah, I do. That's because my voice is naturally high anyway, so I can break glass when I go into falsetto.
So you have another movie out. Tell us about Vampish.
Yeah, Vampish is a quick little vampire movie.
3.5 minutes.
Yep, not a long run time. It was filmed entirely at Dean's Diner. We had a ball there, and really thank you to Dean's for allowing us to come in there. Just a tongue-in-cheek take on vampires. Trouble with your relationship? Well, yeah, especially when one of you is a vampire.
It was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, the actors were great. But coming up next Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, a certain radio DJ makes his
That's right, Paul Lash.
acting debut.
Not me, man.
Paul Lash. Who?
That would be
I'd
you,
have to
Mike.
be in an old timers movie. When you remake A Wonderful World or something like that, that I could be in the movie.
And I have the script to prove it.
Sir Paul, if I remake Ben-Hur,
Who's Charlton Heston? It's Paul Lash.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
get off my chariot, you little bastards. Yep, Mike's going to be doing some acting next Saturday.
I'm not going to be acting. I'm going to be doing my own self.
You did great at the table read.
It was interesting. It was very interesting because there's a lot of things that go into it you don't even realize.
Yeah, it's an eye opener, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
A lot of people go, I could act.
No, I'm thinking to myself.
And then when they find out that they have to memorize pages and pages of dialogue, and not only your lines, but the lines of all the actors that are in it, so when to say your line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just like the movements, what you're supposed to do sometimes because may not be the movements that you're used to.
Right.
Or the where you're supposed to go, where you're supposed to stand, where you go.
Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah. But filming should go great. We've got some great actors for this next one. I'm really excited for this one.
I'm so glad I have a friend in Dave. He says when you are talking about it, Mike acts like Mike acts all the time. He acts like a fool. He acts like an ass, etc.
Guy knows you very well.
Mike is a consummate actor.
Yeah, he knows
I'm
you.
an actor.
He knows you very
A
well.
thespian.
Oh, come on, Paul. What was your New Year's resolution?
I didn't say anything. He just knows you very well.
Wash his teeth twice a day.
I didn't say anything.
Teeth in cup.
He knows you. I mean, don't you know the guy?
Yes.
Okay, he knows you. I didn't say anything bad about you. Listen to me.
He was just agreeing with other people's opinions.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm second too.
He's not saying you're an ass, Mike.
I didn't say that.
He's just agreeing that other people say you're an ass. So you could say that since
Jennifer says I'm a class act. She just put the CL in front of ass.
there you go.
Yeah.
See? No, I would beg to differ. There are a lot of people who say, no, he's a jackwagon. So, but I'm okay with that.
You are who you are, Mike.
Yeah, and I know who cares and I know who doesn't.
We love you, Mike.
One of a kind.
Well, why would I want to be somebody else?
There you go.
So we still haven't gotten into the whole oil thing. We talked about it a little bit about oil being ridiculous. What's the best way? What is the best way to purchase oil? Is there a better way than just calling up and saying, hi, what's the oil price? Okay, send me 150 gallons. I mean,
Get a canoe and hunt for whale oil.
Are you kidding me?
Look, it's a beluga. Quick, get his oil.
No, you wouldn't be able to do that. Animal activists would be on your butt.
Uh-huh.
They're out there in tugboats. Yeah.
My youngest son got a T-shirt made and went to high school with it that said, I club baby seals.
Oh, that is not even nice. Not even.
He got so much flack for that shirt.
Oh. Victoria says, start drilling in your backyard.
Or find another alternative.
Huh?
Find another alternative.
Right. But what I'm saying is, so, but even then, if you're going to go ahead and say change to oil, I mean, to gas,
Well,
then you got to totally change your furnace. You got to change your whole heating system in your house.
Wood fired, you got to pay for cords of wood.
Huh?
You know, wood fired, if you got like a wood stove.
Yeah.
And wood stoves aren't the greatest for efficiency.
well, they're going to outdo those. They're going to get rid of those anyway. They're not going to let you have a wood stove eventually.
Why?
Because it's rooted in the air. Smoke in the air.
Larry says, add a tank and buy in larger amounts for a better discount.
Speaking of the ozone layer and in the air, I heard on the news the other day, and this is an interesting factoid to me, that one operation, a single operation that they do in the hospital, emits enough stuff into the ozone layer that it equals driving your car 500 miles.
Really? Never heard that before.
Yeah. So don't get your tonsils taken out if you're one of those green people.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Victoria says they're trying to get rid of gas appliances?
They wanted to get rid of gas stoves. That's what they wanted to get rid
And
of.
for what reason?
Probably the same thing.
Yeah. Because it's a
Carbon emissions.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is they bought it 407 and now all of a sudden it's 381.
Well, it was 381 yesterday.
Right, but I bought it 2 days before that, and it's like I said, this is the second time that am I mad? Yeah, of course I'm pissed off. It's the second time. I would have saved $175, $200
Yeah.
in the 2 times that I purchased oil. It's not like I'm going to call ABC Oil and they're going to give me a penny difference, which is not going to mean squat because of 150 gallons. It's $1.50. I don't care. This is substantial money, and of course you say, "Oh, well, tell me."
It's substantial money because you got to pay it off in one big lump.
Yeah.
If you spread it out over a time period, it wouldn't be as bad of a hit.
But not everybody is buying. Are selling it over a monthly budget?
Well, you'd have to find somebody if that's what you wanted to do. Find somebody that does it, and then like Chris and I do, we lock in with a contract.
Yeah.
So it cannot
set
exceed
monthly amount.
Cannot exceed that price, no matter if it goes up to. Yeah. I mean, last year when the fuel oil went up to $5 a gallon, and I was locked in like $2.75, $3.10 or something like that. I was paying $3.10 rather than $5 a gallon.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Because if you are on any kind of budget, if you have to dump out $600 in a month out of your checking account,
Right. So I just spread it out over the 12 months.
Huh?
I just spread it out over 12 months, which makes it easy on me.
Right, but not a lot of companies will do that.
Well,
They
that's
don't
what I'm
do that
saying.
monthly
If you
budget.
wanted to do that, you'd have to find somebody that did that. And it's automatic oil delivery too. They just bring it
Mhm.
when you need it.
Court says wood is a truly renewable resource. It's a way to manage forest land through selective harvesting.
Right.
Hmm.
The problem with that, Court, is not everybody lives by that philosophy, and a lot of people clear cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how much would it cost me to totally switch over? I mean, I've got an oil burner now. What would it cost me to get into something else?
Well, it all depends what you'd be looking for. You can do the, if you wanted to do, you could do the outside inside unit, the split units.
Mhm.
You can put a couple of those around your house if you wanted to.
Yeah, but those are like $4,000 a piece, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
so-
going to have an
but-
initial outlay that's going to
Right.
really hurt.
And that's what I mean. Is it worth it?
That's the math.
You know, right. When does it all of a sudden become cost effective? I've had people come up to me and say, I had a guy said, hey, let's check out your solar. Okay, fine. They do the whole thing. And by the time, I mean, my electricity bill would go down, but now you're paying for the system. And it turned out that I'd be paying more in the long run
Mhm.
because I'm buying the damn system,
Right.
instead of, saving money on electricity.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like,
When you have a $30,000 initial outlay, it takes forever
yeah.
to start seeing any kind of.
What's the break-even point? Where's the saving point?
Right.
So that's why I get a kick of any of this crap, because this may be better for the environment, this or for the atmosphere or whatever. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But how many people are sitting there going, okay, I get it, it's great, it's better, but I gotta buy food,
Right.
you
You've got a budget that you have to.
Yeah, so I don't have 10 grand to go ahead and switch to something that Paul can afford.
Mm-hmm. Something.
No, I'm serious. You can afford something that I can't right now. I can't afford a couple of split units, where I can just write a check for $5,000, to go ahead and do it. I could take a home equity loan out. What's the difference? Can't do it.
Something that we do in our
Makes no
house
sense.
is each room has an electric blanket in it.
Oh,
Which, if you think about it, if you're using electricity to heat, there's going to be a charge.
Yeah.
But if you're using an electric blanket, you're not heating the entire room, you're heating an individual.
Mhm.
So the cost per heating session is much lower. So we have oil to heat the house. If we turn the thermostat down to 68 and we use the electric blankets, we stay warm and we're spending less.
Yeah.
see, I get down to 60 at nighttime.
Oh, so do I. I dump
Oh,
it
yeah,
down
we
to
turn it
60.
way down at nighttime because I'm not going to heat the house if there's just nobody up.
Oh, no. Melissa goes, I need it warm. It's got to stay around 68, the whole 68 to 70 the entire time.
Electric
once you
blanket.
get under the covers, you warm up.
Yeah, my wife has an electric blanket on her bed. She goes up there at 5 o'clock at night, turns the electric blanket on. So when she climbs into
Mhm.
bed, a couple hours later,
Yeah.
it's warm.
Dave says, yeah, solar's only even, it's not only worth considering if you're getting a new roof.
Right.
Any problems with your roof, they'll
Yeah,
charge you
yeah, you have to-
$45,000
you
to
have to
take it off
replace
your
the
roof.
And you
right.
have a southern exposure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Either way, I've really yet to find out a way to truly save.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, go to gas. Okay, now you have to change your complete system. How much is that going to cost?
Right.
Right, but you know what I mean? Go to a wood stove. Okay, well, guess what? Now we got to buy a wood stove. We gotta have
Mhm.
that installed.
Get it up.
How much is that going to be?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's buy the wood.
Right. So what do? You're stuck with what you have, because I have yet to be able to see what the break-even point is.
It's to me, it's much more cost effective to figure out what's the area you need to keep warm.
Mhm.
During the day, everybody's up and running around. You don't need to heat the whole house during the day.
Yeah.
Same thing at night. All you got to do is make sure that you're warm in your bed.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not heating 2,000 square feet worth of space. Try and knock it down to 1,500, 1,000 square feet of space, and you're going to save.
Yeah.
You know, it's mitigating. It's not eliminating.
So here's something I hate.
Jazzercise.
No.
Oh.
No. I love my friend Vaughn. But what does he say? He doesn't say, hi, Mike. He goes, not cold here, brother. He's in Florida.
Oh,
He goes, air conditioning
it's
is
like
working
80
great.
out. It's 80 in Florida. It's really warm down there.
Big dummy.
Like this. Hey, Vaughn. Delete.
Yeah.
We would never delete.
Yeah. Well, you know, what you could back say to him when they huff and they blow his house down, you can say, look, no wind up here.
Yeah. No hurricane here, Vaughn.
We got lots of air conditioning right now. We can
Yeah.
send it down to you. We can bottle it. And
I wanted to move to Florida and sell concrete dome houses
what?
because
Igloos.
those things will go through any hurricane and
Be cool.
not even blink.
Be cool too.
Yeah.
It's like literally in your basement.
Tough. Real tough.
Yeah.
Just build it with bricks, man. Just build it with bricks. I don't know. I can't find a break even point. I can't, it's like cars.
Mhm.
They want you to buy, first it's a Prius.
Mm.
How much was a Prius when they first came out? Oh, 30 grand. Oh, that's cost effective. Oh, let's buy a car that we could finance for 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that. I want to get right on that.
Long-term debt. Yeah, I don't do it. I don't do long-term debt. I either got enough to afford it or I'm going to wait until I can.
Do you see what I drive? I
Yeah.
love my car. I've had this thing for 6 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and it still runs.
Yep.
So, but it's got 270,000 miles on it.
Speaking of which, did you sell the BMW?
Still sitting in his yard.
Okay.
It's been the biggest pain in the ass. That whole thing, that whole saga right there. So this kid bought it and calls me up and he goes, the engine's smoking. I'm like, the engine's not smoking. He goes, yeah, the engine's smoking. He sends me a video. Well, it's coming from underneath. All right, engine's not smoking, dude. I said,
Exhaust.
we just put it on a computer over at the mechanic. There was no codes, nothing. It's smoking. All right, well, bring it up. We'll put it up, and I called the mechanic. They put it up on the lift. And they looked right up. There was an oil leak. Now, and here's something I didn't know. But let's say he just goes like this, and there's a little bit of oil covering your finger. That'll burn for a day. That'll smoke. That little amount of oil, that'll smoke for a day.
Yeah.
Or if not longer.
Yeah.
And what it was something that needed to be tightened up. And that was it. So I go, all right. So he takes it home. Calls me up. Engine smoking. Dude, the engine's not smoking. It's smoking. Well, I just want to bring it back because, it's going to be too many problems. I said, there's no problem. I said, yeah, I'm just going to bring it back. I'm like, this is a Walmart. We don't have a 30-day guarantee.
He wants to speak to your manager.
So that's why he's sitting in the yard.
Yeah, well, he was 21 years old. I'm not going to. But there's nothing wrong with it. That's the thing. And he drove it back up, and I said, pop the hood before he even got out of the car. I said, it's not smoking, dude. He goes, yeah, well, I said, you just drove here from New London. It's not smoking. It's fine. Because all I had to do, even the mechanic told him. Bill told him. He said, yeah, it's good. You got to get rid of it. They even cleaned it up and everything. I told him, I said, look, take your money, put a down payment on something and finance it because you're going to find fault in any car.
Yep. Pay 7 years worth of
I
interest.
said, this is a used car. I said, it's going to be reliable, but you're going to probably have to maintain it. Just like anything you're looking to buy. I don't know what you're expecting. Kathy goes, don't tell Nick it's available. I'm not going to tell Nick. Why? Because he'll try to trade me like a quad. I don't want to trade. Somebody sent me a message and goes, will you take a quad and a GMC truck? No. Why? Because I said so. And he goes,
because I don't want a quad and I don't want a GMC truck.
He goes, well, what will you trade? I said, I'll trade you cash for this car. I said, that's a good deal. So, and then you get all these trolls, that are out there supposedly looking for a car. I'm talking serious trolls. I got one last night, 2 a.m.
1900.
No, he didn't make an offer. Let's see. Here it is.
He's from Dubai.
Does it have a clean title under your name? I got money in hand, ready to buy after an inspection and test drive. And I'm like, do you have enough money in hand to make the deal? See, that's what they do, the freaking trolls.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and then people will say, well, I'm going to show up. They don't ever show up. They never show up. And then they expect you to go ahead and like lay down dead for them.
Yep.
Like, okay, like, well, you're not a customer. You show up on my lawn and you flash a little cash and then take it for a test drive. Then maybe you're, a buyer. But until then, you're a joker.
Mm-hmm.
Tire kickers. Exactly. Waste my time. It's like I'm not even going to waste my time to waste their time.
Didn't you say a blue book's out at about 5,200?
5,300. 53. Matter of fact, if you look at the ad, it even says right out, that it's more than fair priced. I mean, how many people are selling a used car? You can say, oh, okay, private dealers say, oh, you know what? Call the mechanic. They'll tell you what they've done to this car.
Mm-hmm.
No. A lot of people are masking what's going on with the car for, so it'll last like 2-3 weeks till it starts crapping out. I think people, when they look for a used car like this, they want something to be wrong because they think they're saving money when they just got to freaking fix it anyway.
Right.
Makes no sense.
Oh, well.
All right, Paul, what do you got today? What do you got today for subject matter? Instead of, oh, well.
All eyes turn
I
to
do this to him every so often. Because it's like you can both look at me like,
Well,
I got nothing.
well, today is Wear Red, Did you know that?
I have red right here.
Red for heart disease for women.
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
See, no, that's good
Women are
information.
supposed to be wearing red today to, heart disease. Wear red.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Where's your red?
I know. I realized after I saw it, I realized I didn't have any red on. Oh, maybe I have red underwear on.
I was gonna say I'd show you what I'm wearing red, but it's a family show.
Yeah, but yes, that's what's going on today.
I think it's funny because Paul, you know so many things.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. So speaking of that,
Yeah.
today is American Painters Day. It's
Art painters or house painters?
It's not specifying.
Okay,
Bubblegum Day.
we'll chew on this.
You have a female dog. I have a couple of male dogs. It's doggy date night.
Who knew?
Who knew?
My neighbor just got a new puppy. It looks like a baby sissy.
Really?
Same markings and everything.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
wow.
It's Elmo's birthday.
Is it?
It's
How
Elmo's
old is
birthday
Elmo?
today. Now you're gonna make me look. Hold on here. Elmo, how old is Elmo? Elmo's just a red Grover, if you ask me. He was born on May. No, why that wouldn't make any sense. His first named appearance is in 1980. So Elmo
Is
He's
42.
42, 43.
So maybe, just maybe, they shouldn't have him talking to little children anymore. Kind of creepy, don't you think?
Yeah.
How many 42-year-olds go out and have conversations with 6-year-olds?
Not too many.
Yeah.
Elmo does. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Mm,
But he's anything but a monster.
mm,
He's not a monster.
Okay.
mm.
He's red.
He's
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's red.
He's just a Red Grover, man.
So the
Support-
puppeteer's wearing red.
Support women with heart disease or support heart disease in women.
It's International Golden Retriever Day.
Yeah.
It's a Give Kids a Smile Day. National Wear Red Day.
Mhm.
For Chaplains Memorial Day.
Okay.
Mhm.
National Cordova Ice Worm Day.
I
Yeah.
I used to have a Cordoba with the
A car. These are ice worms we're talking.
Uh-huh.
Today's National Missing Persons Day.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with why we wear red day.
So their spokesman is just an empty mic.
And National Patient Recognition Day. This is all February 3rd.
Thanks for being patient, Paul.
There's more.
Yeah.
National Women Physicians Day. It's Take a Cruise Day. It's National Wedding Ring Day. And
Made up by
I have to
jewelers.
check this one. Yeah. Let me look at this. Okay.
Is that all of them?
Mhm.
That's the important ones.
Today is the day the music died.
Oh.
Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. What?
Well, that sucks for the town.
Yeah, February 3rd, 1959.
Oh, really?
That is when Richie Havens?
Holly?
Richie Valens?
Richie
The
Valens?
Richie
Bopper.
Valens,
Richie
Buddy
Big-
Holly,
and the Big Bopper.
Big Bopper. Hello,
Yeah.
baby.
So this is the day the plane crashed.
February 3rd, 1959.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Wow, Kathy. Figures. Kathy's been filling in all week. She didn't come in today. Why? She knew, because she goes, according to nationaltoday.com, it's Working Naked Day.
Oh.
Underneath,
So you planned that one.
underneath all my clothes, I have nothing on.
Mm.
Me either.
Mm.
She goes, who comes up with all these?
Is Rich on second
I don't
shift? Is he home?
He's home right now. He's
Oh, there you
sleeping.
go.
He's sleeping.
Oh, he's sleeping.
Yeah, 'cause he works on it.
Oh.
So
Mm.
those are the holidays that you should be celebrating that you didn't know that existed in the first
Yeah.
place.
So you heard the latest that now they want to do in Connecticut?
What?
Sell wine in supermarkets.
They do that a lot of different
Not
places.
do it
in the
out not
country.
here, but they do it other places.
Sure.
They want to have all wine being sold in supermarkets.
Beer and wine, or just wine?
No, wine in addition to beer.
Oh, okay. All right.
So they already sell beer in supermarkets,
Right.
but now they want to add wine. So,
Okay.
well, I think a lot of the package store owners are not very happy about it.
But they've been doing it in Florida for years, so I know.
Well, a lot of states do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what they want to. Somebody proposed it in Connecticut. Now, yeah,
I don't see a big deal with that.
yeah,
Well, if they don't,
I don't see a huge impact with that.
yeah. Lamont wants to pay off all your medical bills.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his latest thing he's proposing.
Sure is.
Yeah,
no, he wants his constituents
yeah,
to
yeah.
pay
you
off
pay off the
all your
pay off-
medical
pay,
bills.
Pay off medical bills.
Victoria says, I think that's a great idea. The wine idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? I don't see a big deal about it. I don't know what kind of.
Well,
impact
I
it
think
would
if you were
be,
a
but-
package store owner, you may have a different. You know, if you went to a
And-
package store, look at the wines they have. There's a variety of unbelievable. What are they going to sell in packet? What are they going to sell in the supermarket? Probably the cheap stuff.
Well, yeah, I don't think that would.
Yeah.
I don't think that would affect. I think maybe on the onset, especially if you're at Walmart wanting to buy wine, you say, "Excuse me, what is this one compared to this one? Is this more full-bodied flavored?" And the guy goes, "Oh,
Which of these should I serve with fish?
I don't know. Is the grapes sparkling? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
it's delicious.
I can see both sides. So
Yeah, I don't think that it's going to take the place of a package store.
I think the wine stumpers up at Congress.
I think the wine you're going to buy at Walmart or something like that
Yeah,
is
be in a
going to
box.
be, it's going to grab a bottle. I don't care what it is.
Straight from China.
Yeah. They're a big wine producing nation.
Yeah.
Kathy says, I like the idea. Don't think grocery stores would carry the same selection as a package store, which I think you alluded to. And wouldn't be much of a competition.
I buy my wine by the box.
Wow, weird, because Daryl says the best wine comes in a box.
See?
Oh,
Daryl, we're on the same
Yeah,
same
I can
wavelength.
see he's a connoisseur of
That's
wine.
right.
Yeah.
With a little spout.
Yeah.
Instead of sniffing
Comes
the
with a
wa-
straw. They call it a juice box.
Yeah, you just open the box and take out the bag, where all the
That's
wine
it.
is in it.
That's fancy.
I can't drink that stuff because it's not horrible it's horrible if you're actually looking for wine.
Right.
But actually just the taste of the beverage, it's okay. But it's too sweet. It's too much sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way too much sugar.
Yeah.
I get a headache.
Well, there's something in the wine that does give you the headache, and I forget what's it called.
Grapes.
Alcohol.
There's some kind of additive in there that it contains that. It gives people headaches.
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
No.
The next day, I sure do have a headache.
No, I can't think of the name of what's in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nitrates, Kathy says.
No.
I don't know.
No. Let's see.
I had a friend that drank wine out of a box
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I would partake in a glass, every so often, but then I wouldn't, it's too sweet.
Yeah.
It's just way too sweet.
It's like drinking maple syrup.
Mm.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's quite like that. Victoria says in New Hampshire, you can buy twisted teas in a box.
Mm.
It's dangerous because you just open the spout and fill your cup.
Again and
Yeah.
again
Yeah,
and again.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big drinker of alcoholic beverages.
Yep. No.
Just not. I don't have anything against it. It's just not me.
Yeah.
I never had my mother said to me a long time ago, she said, she goes, I'm just happy you never got a taste for it. I said, yeah, I just never, beer just wasn't my thing.
My grandfather was an alcoholic. My father was an alcoholic. Both my brothers were alcoholics.
Yeah.
I was adopted.
I will say though, on a really, 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 really hot day, a very cold beer I can guzzle, and that can be very refreshing. But just to sit around at a bar and drink a beer, that's not me.
I think beer is an acquired taste like coffee.
Yeah, see, I like coffee. So.
Yeah.
Which is weird because when I was a kid, I didn't like coffee.
Yeah, the first time you tasted coffee, you're like, "Oh my god, people drink
Yeah.
this."
You know what else I didn't like? I didn't like tomatoes when I was younger. Now I love tomatoes. It was a texture thing, I think.
Yeah.
It was like,
Green
ugh.
beans is it for me.
Green
I
beans?
can't stand
Why?
green
What's
beans.
wrong with green
I
beans?
just can't stand
Yeah.
them.
Really?
Well, I can actually trace it all the way back to an event. When I was in first grade, I was in the cafeteria eating green beans and I threw up.
Oh, okay.
So I
Oh.
naturally associate green beans with throwing up now.
Gotcha.
I hated spinach when I was growing up. I didn't like it, but I don't mind it today.
My wife cooks mixed vegetables. When I'm done, there's a little pile of green beans on the side of my plate.
Kathy just put, she goes, Mike prefers moonshine cherries, which actually is not the same as having a drink because I just eat it. And those are tasty. Have you ever had those moonshine?
No.
The ones that are the cherries that are soaked in
Moonshine.
moonshine? Yeah.
Oh.
How many cherries does it take, Mike?
Three.
And
Three
you're
and I'm
done.
done. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing that I know that. I tested it one night. Wait.
Also takes 3 weeks to get to the center of Tootsie Pop.
Yeah.
Mr. Owl.
Beginners. Victoria says lima beans she can't do. And Daryl says they have moonshine pickles.
Oh.
I don't know if we can do a moonshine pickle.
Who
Oh.
has moonshine pickles?
I don't know. Daryl says they.
Yeah. Who is they, Daryl? Well, me.
No, I never heard of those.
No, I've never heard of that.
No.
Those either.
Because usually pickles are in brine, salty brine. So
Yeah.
Who was a big time host of radio and TV back in Rhode Island. Salty Brine.
yes, he was.
Yeah.
On Channel 6, remember?
Yeah. Yep.
Daryl says the Packy has them. Jeez.
Yeah.
Duh.
That's when we used to be able to get the Rhode Island stations around here.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't get them at all. Can't.
Nope.
Mm.
Nope, because they really scaled the power down on these things. You could get Boston TV off of an antenna
Mhm.
back when we were growing up. Now, forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. WLVI TV channel 56.
I remember they started selling antennas as a different mode of watching TV versus the cable channels, and we didn't sell any.
Yeah.
I remember working at Radio Shack. We would sell these huge antenna systems. Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
30 feet off your rooftop.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We would sell 15-foot masts.
Yeah.
That was
Mhm.
crazy.
Remember the little engines that would make them rotate
Oh yeah.
Oh, the rotor.
your antenna?
Yeah, the rotor.
You'd be sitting down in your living room just dialing it in.
Oh, yeah.
This is north, south, east, and west.
Yeah.
And then you'd be somebody outside, or if you didn't have a rotor, you'd have somebody outside turning the antenna.
Yep.
They'd be like, yeah, a little more. I'm going to stop. That's it. Yeah. All right, perfect.
A lot of people blew through aluminum foil back then. Set of rabbit ears, big
Yeah.
balls of aluminum foil on the top of them.
Yeah.
telling you.
Unfortunately, we're too far away. If you lived in Hartford or around those areas.
We used to be fine, but
Yeah.
they lowered a lot of power on TVs,
Yeah.
on the TV stations.
Yeah.
Because of the influx of cable.
Yeah.
Because they figured it wasn't needed.
Right.
I've dropped my remote too many times now. I no longer have mute and I no longer have volume up on my remote. So I'm holding off calling the cable company because they're going to go, well, if you get a new remote, you also need a new box.
Oh, yeah.
And it's only $649, but we can spread that out over 12 years.
I
Wow.
don't know.
Hmm.
I got to get a hold of Nicholas. Nicholas has to go home today.
Yes. He's going to breakfast.
Kathy
with
goes,
us.
what's an antenna?
Yeah. What's an antenna?
You're banned from here, Kathy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Kathy's old enough to understand what an antenna is.
I would think
A
so.
TV antenna.
I would think so. Yeah.
We had a big.
I
old
remember
on
having
top
a
of
big
ours.
antenna around a roof with the rotor.
Huh?
I had an antenna around
Sure.
the roof.
Yeah. One of the
Matter of
first things
fact-
I
Matter of fact, the damn pole was still up there, and I just had the roof done a couple of years ago. They took the pole off the chimney
Yeah.
for
One
me.
of the first things I did when
Yeah.
I moved in was I ripped the antenna off
Yeah.
the roof of my
Yeah.
house.
Now it's people are ripping off satellite dishes.
Yeah.
Because I have 3 on mine from God knows how many people.
Remember when they were the size of a papasan chair?
Yeah, they were bigger than that. I know somebody that's got a 9-foot dish in their yard.
Wow. Turn it into a
Serious.
koi pond.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Paul? You seem a little off today.
No,
No.
not
This is
really.
Paul.
Not really.
Um,
Not off. You wanted some subjects, I gave them to you.
I figured we wouldn't talk about the referendum.
No.
Wait, there was a
Look
referendum.
at
No, I won't talk about it because of the fact that the people spoke.
Yeah,
It was very close,
it was very, very close.
and I spoke to a lot of people when I was outside when I left voting, and some of the people said to me was because of the bathroom thing.
The
Why
what?
didn't they just add the bathrooms in to the whole thing and do it right? in the
That was
first place?
explained a million times.
I understand that, but I'm just saying that I think the bathroom thing is eventually going to be an issue.
Okay.
Because if you start having loads of people coming in to do the track stuff, you're going to have a lot of people using the bathrooms, and porta potties not going to work. So, but
Outhouses.
yeah,
Mm.
but
Put in a line of outhouses
it was
right there
close.
along the
It was
slope.
close. I think what people realized that a lot of people were afraid of their taxes going up, and it just goes to show you how close it was because of that.
How many people voted party lines? That's what I want.
Yeah.
There was no party line on this.
Okay, good.
It was just a yes or no question.
Just a
Good.
yes, it was just a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And there was 900 people.
yeah, it was like 900. Difference was 18.
I think
votes.
it was 900 on the nose.
Yeah, like 18 votes separated the yes and no's. It's like that's close.
That's like more people than vote for selectmen.
Yeah. So
Well,
it was interesting. I mean,
12
I
people
thought
voted this year.
I actually
Yay.
thought it was going to be much higher for the yeses.
Yeah.
Than the no's.
I did too.
I really did.
I didn't.
I
think
really expected the yes vote to really be high,
Mhm.
not as close as it was. It was surprising to me how close it was.
I think I kind of wonder, and I don't know. I don't have any supporting data, but from what I had heard is that there was one certain demographic that was against it predominantly.
Oh.
So, and I think it's like anything else.
Mhm.
If you want something to get defeated, build a little army, get out there and get in.
Well, that's the
whatever.
problem. They didn't come out and vote.
You don't do it, and that's what they like. We go back to the gun range, and those things. People like all over the place telling other people, "You got to show up. You got to do this. Got to do this. We want this. We don't want this." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you don't win, it's like, well, it's like a game.
Yeah.
It's almost like a game. So the bottom line is we're getting a turf field. That's what happened.
Yeah, you are. I mean, I think what's like 3.2, right?
Yeah, with the contingency, it's up to 3.8. Up to
But I will
3.8.
tell you that if it goes over to 3.8 and they got to go to the finance board, I hope that the finance board treats this as equal as what they did with the senior center.
Oh, I hope so too. Sure.
Question why it went over. But it seems to me like they have a contingency in there. So they shouldn't really go over to the 3.8. If they do, then they better be questioned to the rigor that they did with the senior center.
But they're doing that now. They're questioning it now.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you see, here's the thing in why I'm saying I don't know whether to question it, because of what the financial chairman said at the meeting, that he was all for it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he's tilting it that way. So is he going to be as stringent on questioning it as if he was neutral? So
There's
But-
also the
well,
possibility.
I'm not going to. The people wanted it. They elected it. They got it. It's going to be 3.8 million. That's fine.
There's also the
I
possibility.
don't question it anymore.
Can I say
because
something?
it's over.
Yeah.
There's also the possibility that he's asked all the questions that he
I don't
wanted
know
to.
if he did.
No, I'm saying there's the
Who?
possibility
Yeah, it's a possibility
that he
That's
asked
right.
all the questions that he wanted to in order to
Who?
form his opinion. The finance director.
Okay.
So, we'll see.
Well, the whole board, had open floor one night, a couple meetings to ask anything they wanted of
Yeah.
Mr. McKenna, of the gentleman from Turf Field. So they had, and I was there one night. It was like a 2-hour meeting.
Just to clarify, it's going to be a red and white field, right? Go Wildcats.
Yeah.
Well-
Court says, I think this is a preview of a difficult budget season come this May.
I think so.
I think pretty much every budget season for the last 20 years has been a difficult budget season.
Well, it's going to be interesting come July to see how much more it's going to go up. Not the field. I'm talking about the rest of this town budget.
Mhm.
Because let's face it, if we're costing us extra money, it's costing the town extra money. Let's face it. We can't run a household without everything going up. How can they run the town without everything going up? So It's going to be interesting to see what happens. So,
I have a weird suspicion that they already have something in place or monies in place to combat any kind of really rare any mill hike. Remember about 5 years ago, also they took a whole crap ton of money out of reserve to make it a flat budget. Remember that?
Yeah.
This was back in when school check was.
yeah, but I don't know where we're going to get the money from.
Well, we have, from what I understand, the town has a very healthy reserve right now.
Oh. Well, you don't want to burn it up either,
No,
because just like you and I, we don't want to burn our savings up either, because there's always need for a rainy day.
sure.
So you don't want
This
to
might
burn
be
it
a
up.
rainy day,
Yeah. Well, we'll see, because
but that's what it's there.
there's a lot of
for.
things. There's a lot of things that have to happen. What scares me about the whole thing, and I say this constantly, is the infrastructure project. We all know that's.
I said the strange suspicion. It's not going to be as scary as we think it's going to be.
Well, where they're going to get like $16 million to do that? Because the water tower alone is like $6 million. That's the one that goes on Barber Road, and they need that to go all the way down.
Shouldn't they have done this a long time ago
I don't know.
when it was voted?
Where did Kevin get the money for Plainfield? Because he was talking last time he was on the air. He was talking about that they've really pushed to get their infrastructure
A long
built
time
up.
ago, yeah. They've had
They
it for
had
years.
the infrastructure.
Yeah, they had
built
it done
over
years
there.
ago.
I thought he said that they did a lot of things to up their infrastructure.
Maybe they had to upgrade or update or something.
Yeah. So
but,
where'd he get his money? Did they have a
but
rainy
it
day
wasn't.
fund or?
I don't think it was anything like what
Well,
we
I-
need to do.
No,
It
and
was
I don't
just
think it's
maintenance
the
more
cost.
so
The
than
cost, I don't
anything.
think it's like it is right now. Let's face it, this is not the time to be doing anything because of the cost of everything.
Do we absolutely need a water tower right now?
Yeah,
I mean,
they need
is,
that to support the water going down 164, and that's
Okay,
$6
but-
million.
but that's going down 164.
Well, they need to get down towards the golf course to
Mhm.
support that big project down there.
If it goes, what if it doesn't go? What if they put the water tower in and there's no project?
Right. That's my concern.
They
I mean, isn't that water tower contingent on that project going in? Or are they just going to put a water project in? I mean, a water tower in
the
because they want.
water towers needed to get the water down 164,
You know what color they're going to paint the water tower?
and that's why they went for that.
Green.
John
And
Deere
that's why they
green.
went for that grant.
Huh?
That's why they went for that grant, and that is another $6 million,
Yep.
which would help pay for the water tower if
Mhm.
they get it. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Those are big things that are happening. We need to get that done. If we don't, we're never going to have anything come here. So,
Yeah.
we all
Yeah. The infrastructure
all
should have been
agree.
done a long time ago.
Yeah.
Is the
Decades ago.
is the infrastructure in place for that plot of land that's out on 201 next to 395?
I don't think so.
No, because they're supposed to put water and something down, no sewer down there or something as part of this referendum.
Yeah.
That was part of it too, something on 201.
They had to connect water.
Yeah. But I don't know how, that's probably not even on the books. They're doing 164
Well,
right now.
There's nothing going there. Oh.
Wife.
Oh. I don't know. Anyway, don't buy oil or buy oil. Do what you want. It's expensive.
Hunt whales.
I'm telling you, it's like playing roulette. It really is because you just then it's like then you get down to like really low levels of oil. And it's like I got to do it. I got to do it. Next thing you know, the next day I went down 30 cents a gallon.
Yep.
And they're not going to refund you that.
Oh God, no.
No. All right. Well, oil still sucks.
Yeah, it does.
All of these things suck. And the reason why they suck is because I don't see any cost. There's no cost savings to switch from one power source to another. I don't see the benefit other than, okay, we'll save the ozone layer. Okay, great. We can go into like an EV car. Why? Because they're $40,000.
Hmm.
$35,000.
Mm-hmm.
Who's doing this?
And the carbon footprint they put out is worse than a regular car.
I don't get it. Maybe I just need to be educated, and that's very possible too.
We should all learn how to turn into bats. Smaller carbon footprint.
All right, we'll be back Monday. Today we have basketball on tap, where Griswold will be taking on Plainfield live from Plainfield High School. And no, it will be on nowhere but us right here at SNSN.
Go
ESPN will not be
Wolverines.
covering it because it's not a home game.
No.
So we will be in Plainfield, myself and the merch, and Chris Matson on the camera. So we will be doing that tonight. Game time is 7 o'clock. As Peggy says, make it a great day. And we'll see you Monday. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tonight. If you watch the game, Griswold and Plainfield. Gentlemen, thanks for coming on in.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Have a wonderful day, and be safe, and Jesus, stay warm.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget